Thank you guys for stopping by. If you found this video, you're probably looking for how to checkmate with a king and a queen. I had a previous video on the king and the rook, and if you haven't seen that, I encourage you to stop and check that out as well. But with that said, let's get into this. So you find yourself in this position in the end game. You need to go ahead and get your queen. So what you want to do is you want to cut the king off. So he was on this rank, okay, and he had access to all this real estate behind him here, okay. So as the king steps backwards, we also want to move the queen with him. So when he steps back, you step back as well. So the board, as you can see, keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller for the opponent's king, because the queen is cutting off his ability to move around the board, okay? So we're going to go here. Now, what we want to do is we want to get our king directly in front of the opponent's king. So in this scenario, my king is directly in front of his, so my king cuts off the ability for his king to step forward to any of these three squares. So now when I move the queen back, he has to retreat. Now I'm going to step forward, okay? But whenever you do, you want to step forward at an angle. You don't want to step forward straight ahead. Step forward at an angle, and I'll show you why here in a minute. As the king continues to go to the side, you want to go with him because you want to end up in this position. You need it to be your turn and find yourself with your king in front of his, okay, in order for this to work. Now, if you put your own king in front of his, this is what happens. So I go here. Okay, well, he does this. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll step back. Now, here. Now, okay, I'm going to put my king. Yeah. Okay, let's do it like this. When he steps to the side, okay, now I'm going to show you what happens whenever I put my king in front of his and it's his move, his turn to move. So the pattern is set, but now he can just walk away. Again, he just steps out of it. So what I need is it to be my move with my king in what you call opposition to his, okay? So I'm going to burn a move to pass the turn to him, okay? So now it's his turn, and now I'm following him again. And at some point, he's going to have to step back in front of me. When he does, in this scenario, he's stuck on this back rank. He can't step forward, and my king is cutting off these three squares. So you have two checkmates. Well, I guess technically you have any step backwards to the back rank is checkmate, and you put your king directly in front of his, and that's also checkmate, okay? So checkmate, checkmate. Any one of those work. This is a very simple illustration of how this works. In a real game situation, you know, maybe he's got a piece over here, or there's a knight in the corner, or something that complicates it. But in an open board, this is the basic idea of what you're trying to accomplish. So go ahead and take this onto your own board and study it. But this is basically how it's done. Thank you guys for stopping by. See you all in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this. Thank you all.